Okay. All right. So I guess this is the beginning of the new podcast.
Yeah,
How's everybody doing today?
With the pussy on Shane's lap? Is that how we're
There it is.
There it goes.
I'm so glad you said that word first, because I've been trying really hard not to make pussy jokes this entire time. I was like, don't have me on YouTube saying pussy, please. But
Well, now it will be.
It's too late. Yeah.
So with that beautiful introduction of oneself, Rebecca, say hello.
Hello, world.
And Ashley, who introduced the pussy into the conversation.
I also have some pussy going on.
Yeah.
I'll be pussyfooting for the rest of existence.
And someone who's, I guess, doesn't have a pussy but has a bitch over there, but she's off the bed now. Wait, is it a boy or a girl there? Your dog.
I did not know where this was going.
I thought he was talking about Darius for a minute.
No.
I did too, and
I was like,
No. I know Darius is all pee. We know about that. Trust me, believe me. Ow! But
all pee like R. Kelly?
oh God, poor Darius.
No.
Ashley.
No.
You need to be more specific.
I hit record and Ashley all of a sudden
14
is
and up,
like
14 and up here. 14 and up.
the second I hit record, Ashley's just all
Is
like
that the age range that we're gearing towards here?
we're gearing towards
Keeping it a little Dominican, but I guess maybe 16 and up over here.
16.
yeah.
Is that the age that you think it's ready to talk about these things?
I don't know. I thought that was
About R. Kelly or Pete? That's what I'm talking about.
Both?
Honestly, the first.
I feel like at 16 they should be ready to talk about both.
Yeah.
Hannah, you're killing the mic,
Do
girl.
you think kids know about R. Kelly and P like earlier on? Do you think this generation knows about R. Kelly and P?
I think they know Ignition and that's it.
I don't think I've ever heard that song actually.
It has a lot of Pete references.
What? You've never heard Ignition before?
No, it's about a car.
Haven't you ever been to a wedding?
I've never heard Ignition. I've heard the remix to Ignition.
Same thing.
I think I've
Same
heard the
thing.
Oh, wait, Darius, you might be right. I think I only the remix. The original Ignition is about like a water boat, or I don't know.
I will
Oh.
say, when he
Can
brought the
someone look
remix
this up?
to Ignition, I like heard his voice in my head. R. Kelly was like there, ready.
He's coming for you.
Yeah.
Touching your
Don't
shoulder.
turn around.
Yeah, that was the smell around me.
If you smell pee around you, that might be a personal problem. It might also be your dog. I also don't know what you do in your bedroom.
I won't omit that R. Kelly's hiding in my closet. He's done it before.
Does he come over often, or does he live in there?
No,
like 15
he
years
hides. He's literally saying about hiding in a closet.
She's trapped in the
Oh,
closet.
Oh,
Very
he's
trapped,
shopping in the closet.
He's
Okay.
trapped in the
I'm
closet.
completely lost by what's going on right now.
It's okay.
I think we're lost on in the sauce. So, but
We
I'm
are.
drinking tea now because I'm keeping it kosher.
For a minute, I was wondering if you were drinking sauce.
Yeah, matcha. I was like, because I only have a little bit of wine left, so before I go drinking sake, I gotta behave or whatever. At least for first impressions, I'm only kind of drunk.
You're already past that. Don't worry about that. So anyway, I was trying to introduce Tatiana because she doesn't have a cat. She has a dog, but the dog's gone now.
Okay, we brought it right back. Okay,
I digress back to what I was trying to do.
Because I'm like, that's what the bitch and the all.
Yes,
that
and the
stuff.
pussy.
I
Yes.
think we all assumed that he was talking about Darius at first. We were all
I
very
did too. I
lost.
was like, oh, this is where. Okay. I was getting ready.
Well, hello everyone.
I like your fancy mic setup. And on to someone who has no mic setup whatsoever.
What?
The
You know
biggest.
Hey, don't shame him.
Well, I mean, you already thought I was calling him a pussy tonight, so I think that's pretty.
And a little bitch, because you said the little bitch.
Wow.
That's kind of.
I would never. I love Darius. Darius, hello. As he sucks on the nipple.
Oh, why? Just why? Hello, everyone.
Darius will also go by other names such as Deacon Felicia.
There we go. I was gonna wait for you, Felicia. I was waiting for the Felicia. Felicia.
So anyone who's gotten through this already to this part, which you're either cracking up or you've turned it off, we don't know the name of this podcast yet because we really don't know what kind of shit we're getting into. All I know is my idea behind this was I loved old kind. Oh, good night. I like old radio shows at night, and I got to stop looking down and look up at the camera. And I miss that kind of thing, like panels. And I've done other podcasts, and it's so fucking disingenuous. Because I'm like, hey guys, welcome to the show. And everyone can see right through that bullshit. So I was like, I want something with a bunch of cool people who I get their humor level, they get mine, they're very insightful, and they're very funny, and they're very cool, who will all be themselves. And so I asked you all to give this a whirl, and thank you all for coming on.
That's my fake cheer. Sorry. I gotta keep it fake over here. That's my authentic
That's
self,
right.
Shane.
Nice.
So what are you guys thinking about names for this shit show?
The shit show.
That sounds great.
I don't know if it's taking or not. Someone,
All right, Google.
Okay.
Ashley,
okay.
Google that.
Alexa, is there a show called
Never
The
mind.
Shit Show?
I feel like we cannot name it after an R. Kelly song, but the temptation is real, despite me knowing wrong, bad, no R. Kelly. But like, it
Well, let's
seems
go down the list
a
of
little
R.
funny.
Kelly songs. How about that?
Like, you know, like Ignition. No one's ever listened to Ignition.
Oh, I was gonna say Ignition.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
it
say
has to-
Ignition
no, it has
too.
to be called the remix to Ignition. I think you still don't know what that is.
Ignition.
No,
remix.
the remix to the remix. To Ignition.
The remix. To
Wait,
the
what
remix.
about Trapped in a... No, Trapped in a
18
Closet.
plus.
Right. Oh, he has Down Low.
I don't even know that song.
Neither do I. Google has told me all
Oh,
about
no,
it.
down low.
What is that?
Oh, no. Tell us more. Tell us more. What is
Oh, no,
it?
I can't sing it. No, I can't sing it.
Hold on. You like
You will
teased
not
us
do
into
that.
it.
I'm sorry, I only know one version of that, and I don't. How? Did R. Kelly? Wait, what?
I would like to know what process your brain just went through.
Yeah, sorry. I think I had a little mini aneurysm. That wasn't like download like on the DL. It's like
I mean, kind of, but not in the way that you're thinking about it.
Okay.
Down low, he was, seeing this other guy's girl.
oh, I see.
Like how Rebecca's seeing my cat.
That sounds very different
There
than
it
a lot
is.
of his other songs.
Right, exactly.
All right, let's see. What else is there?
Mm.
You saved me, feeling on your booty, honey
Oh.
love.
Oh, whoa.
Leg shaking. A lot of these are bad.
What's
Just a
the
bed.
one with, like he's like doing like his arms wide open and like like you're
I think you're
jumping.
thinking about Titanic.
No, I am. But there's like the really inspirational one.
The one where
Only
he's
like
like a
a five.
boxer and
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh.
he's the greatest.
World's
or something
greatest.
like that. Yeah, there you go.
World's greatest. I think is the name.
But it feels like a Titanic song. You know what I mean? Like
Because I think his
somebody
arms
going
are open. Anybody that does this. Anybody
yeah. He's like telling the truth. Like
Or-
Mikey now.
or on
Hold
a
on, I
boat.
have one. What about Toya Thong?
That one.
That one.
Classy.
Wow.
That's classy.
It brought good memories back.
I'm looking through
Toya
the
Thong.
songs and I'm wondering how classic
I
this
went back to high school just now. Wow,
The Trapped in the Closet podcast.
was. Nah.
Or
I
who's
don't think
trapped
that
in the closet.
describes us. 'Cause
No,
I'm not in a closet. We in a room.
the bump and grind. A woman's threat.
I did really like that song. Bump and
Which
Grind.
one?
It was educational. Inspiring.
Honey Love.
uplifting.
When
Fiesta.
a woman fed up.
Uplifting, yes, that's a good word to describe that song.
Yes, sir.
Bump and grind.
Fiesta.
Fiesta.
Yes.
Backyard
Yeah,
party.
so-
The backyard
Yeah.
party.
No. When a woman's fed up.
I just feel like we're gonna be really angry on that show. So,
You picked someone of age for that one at least. So
It seems like you're ready. That comes with all kinds of connotations to it.
Very accurate. The storm is over now.
Oh.
Down low.
It might be a little long though.
Yeah.
I think it's all a very bad idea to name anything after an R. Kelly song.
I think it does too.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think
unless we're going that route. Are we going that route?
I don't think.
No, I think we were just speculating and throwing it out there.
I think.
Yeah,
we're-
Just like the shit
is
show.
that the content? Are we going to talk about this stuff? Because I'm ready.
Wait. So is there a shit show podcast? I'm looking this up right now. Fuck.
Yeah, I feel like someone's probably beat you. To
The
that.
Shit Show and OK podcast.
Yep.
With the hottest
Maybe all
host.
about anal play and.
Whoa.
The
Is that
anal
like the name of
the
it?
anal play podcast? What?
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. I don't know. You know, like if you're gonna get the URL and get like the website name, like you're gonna make it a hardcore.
Hardcore?
Darius, you have any names? Any ideas?
No, don't come this way asking for ideas.
Wow.
Don't
Donut
come
Club?
this way.
Don't come this way looking for a microphone.
That's so nuts.
You just snapping and weaving that.
With the frosty donuts.
All right,
They're
so
all a different flavor.
let's go around.
No R. Kelly. No
Let's
R.
go
Kelly.
around the screen. What's the best name you've come up with so far, Ashley? Since you've been thinking about this for a week.
Tons of things. I got tons of things. I got like a list here, you know? Like you see how much is on here right now?
All right, Tatiana, do you have any ideas?
Oh, I laughed too soon because no.
Bex?
My brain. I used up all my good ideas today to get paid. Okay.
I actually like that one. I used up all my ideas to get
Anything to get paid. Anything to get laid. Anything for money. Small hands. I don't know why. I just kept thinking about small hands. I don't think any of you have small hands, but I just had these little Donald Trump hands in my imagination for a moment.
Listen, I'm going to be president in 2 days. QAnon said it. I'm coming back. I'm arresting all of you with my big hands. They're very big. So, Tiny Hands Podcast?
I mean, somebody will be looking for that on the internet, but I don't know if it'll be accurate.
It's like finally a place that helped me with my time.
Give me a word.
What
that
about on the
describes-
sauce?
On the what?
On the
What?
sauce.
Oh, the what?
On the sauce. Like you.
Oh. I was like, Shane.
All I'm thinking is the different types of sauces people are going to be like,
Darius, you have any ideas?
It means being lit, I think.
You're on mute,
I-
Darius.
What'd you say now?
Do you have any ideas?
No, sir. I do not.
Saucy talk.
Saucy talk.
What's the talk?
That sounds like a late night TV show with like two women with too much estrogen.
In one cup? What?
Darius, I think they're talking about us.
Darius, you have like the most polite headphones. I think that his, like, they turn off whenever anyone else is talking.
Yes, I noticed that.
I'm like, nothing comes out.
Well, he is the most polite person.
It doesn't
Oh, thank you.
So what about the titles I threw out there in the emails that nobody responded to, that part of it?
See, what had happened was,
So
I think I looked at it and I glazed over it because they were all like,
See what
well, here's the thing.
happened.
I was looking
See
at
what
names
happened?
that aren't taken though, because all these names, all the good names are taken.
no. See, we just got to get creative with it.
I was like, just spell it like you don't know how to spell it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that
mean, I
leaves
have
us
a better
where?
idea of what everyone's like now, so that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think at first I was like, I didn't want to like put a stamp on it until I knew if people were gonna say dirty stuff before I did. I'm like, okay,
First off-
better. I feel a little better.
Can we just go down this list and just go straight to number 3 that says the Idiots Podcast?
Yeah,
I
right?
resent that statement.
You resemble it? What?
No, what? If I had a chancla that could literally fly to you from Brooklyn, I would just go.
Oh.
That would have been the name if that was him.
And you play
I think
softball?
He's been shaped by those his entire life.
Oh, is that why he's a little swollen here?
Bruised up over the years.
I don't know what just happened.
The usual.
Life's a crisis. Humans are dumb. Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Literally every good name was taken. I went through a billion better names than this, and I kept Googling it and kept coming up with all this shit that's all taken.
What about humans?
Humans?
Humans.
Woman.
Spell that.
Humans.
That sounds like
H-O-M-A-N.
Oh, I thought W-H-O-M.
I thought you were gonna go WHO as well.
Oh.
Look it up.
Which one, the W or the H?
Both.
Either.
Shit. The chances of either one of them not being taken are pretty slim.
Basically, I want a name that makes me feel like this picture that I paid money for, which was a waste of my money.
Hold on. Stuff mom never told you.
This is what I want. Cat.
Allegra.
Cat. Prozac. No.
No.
Does that sit in your work table when you're at work?
Yeah, it's like these cats, and they're like in a circle, and they're like conspiring to do evil. I like it.
So let's play on that. The Evil Pussy Show.
Oh.
I don't think I can put that on my LinkedIn.
Yeah, me
Actually, it's
neither.
like that.
I was trying to mix evil and vagina together, but it wasn't sounding pretty enough.
Okay, let's go to thesaurus.
Give it a shot.
And let's put word vagina. Let's see what we come up with.
No, Ashley, I've got you. So, that vagina thesaurus words. The coin purse. The clever trap. The honey trap. The tight muff.
None of these are on there, by the way, but keep going.
The beaver headlock.
So
The OJ gesture.
so angry. Like, what is going on?
I think I got a few. I feel like those are.
I like the coin purse.
I kind of like that as well.
Wait, what is that? The what?
The coin
Coin
purse.
first.
You not okay? Hold on. You were probably the oldest out of all of us. I'm just assuming.
Yes.
But you of all people should know what a coin purse is.
Wait, Darius, how old are you now?
32.
You're a liar.
Yeah, I feel like he added 10 years to that or something.
Oh,
I think he like
yeah.
really
That's
knows.
a good thing.
Yeah, believe me. I mean, all about that. As I get older, that's all I don't want to look.
Darius drinks water, eats donuts.
Yeah, right.
There it is.
Donuts on the wall.
It's the donuts. It's the donuts.
The donut.
The Donut Podcast.
the donuts.
Just name it after the donuts.
Donut coin purse. Coin purse donut.
Coin purse. I think Ashley's the youngest.
Frosted coin purse.
Me?
Yeah.
Give her a break.
Is there no one under 30?
Oh,
Really?
okay. We're done. Goodbye.
Wait, Tati, how old are you now?
One thing- Me?
No, Tatiana.
I'm 30.
Oh, I'm 33.
Oh, you're like young.
Well, I was gonna say you guys look young. That's what
Oh.
I look.
Okay, I'm back.
Except for Shane. Except for Shane.
Wait, Darius, how old are you now?
The Mets have grade you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who, Jazz?
And I'm not losing my hair, so I'm good.
I think I'm
That's all
31.
that matters. Shane.
You think?
I get really confused.
Are you 90 or 89?
90. Yeah, 90. I think I'm
Okay.
31. But I thought it was 31 twice in a row. So
Whoa.
Please explain.
Was there alcohol involved?
More than alcohol, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it's like, okay, so like my mom is always like looming over me every birthday saying like, oh my God, you're about to be 31. But she'll say that to me when I'm 29 and my birthday's like 3 months away. And it kind of just gets in my head. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to be 31. Like the person who like pushed you out the oven is confused. You. It gets a little, muddy in there.
What month are you?
January. So it feels like
31.
It's muddy in there.
It feels a little older though. You know what I mean? Like it could have been December 32. You know, God knows. Like she could be lying to me. Could be the milkman. Could be the mailman. Never know.
Is that your father's profession?
No, that's what my dad used to tell me. Now.
Whenever I heard that expression, he was never the milkman.
Why don't we name it? Why don't we call it It's muddy in there? No.
What gets muddy?
Oh,
Oh,
I thought you were talking about the sound.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just trying to take whatever Rebecca says because it's the funniest stuff.
Damn.
Wow. I feel really.
No one else is throwing anything out there, so.
I'm not helping with this at all.
Why don't you?
Cut my toenails. Shower onions.
I just want to know why these are in your brain.
I just think if it's like weird little things people might Google by accident. Like I don't know why people have onions in their shower.
Wait.
I don't know if it's a joke. I hate TikTok videos. I will be on that podcast. I will. I will die on that hill. That's one. That could be a decent. I will die on that hill.
Ashley's face right now says it all. She's like, every name you people are coming up with is shit. I hate it. Why am I here? I'm not throwing anything out myself.
First thing.
With my cat ears on.
It's not hatred, and stop hating on my ears, okay, bro? I found.
I'm sorry. What time did you show up tonight? Go on.
Casually late, which is what you normally do.
What?
My baby. Hi. Hi. Come here. Say hi. Come here, little butt nugget.
Pussy show.
This is Bambino.
Aww.
And he's smelly. And he loves me. It's the first time I've got a cat that loves me.
He doesn't look at it. He's like, stay away.
He wants food now. He goes, I just drink coffee. I don't know why.
He's like, shower.
He's been just don't chew on that. He's chewing on every fucking cord around. It's just driving me nuts.
Chewing on cords.
He's gonna be a little zapped baby. No.
Damn.
Holy
shit.
Is no.
No, I saw that you're supposed to say no with the sound because when I tell him no, he doesn't listen.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You were off camera, so all we heard was no. How about the Anti-PETA podcast?
I gotta say it again. No, it was still like this. I'm not gonna.
We'll never.
You think I would slap a little pussy cat? That's crazy.
No pussies were harmed in the making of this podcast. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
It's all your fault.
Yeah.
Smack that pussy podcast?
No, I don't know if I can stay employed with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you doing, buddy?
So this whole episode is about us coming up with a name, and Darius is contributing nothing.
Yeah. Oh, how about that? That's a good name.
I had nothing.
I add nothing. Now we can add like a little noun at the end. Darius, this is no reflection of you. I add nothing to society. I add nothing to culture. I add nothing to my life. I don't know. This sounds like a pledge. I guess it's not really inspiring to other people though, so.
It inspired me to be a little sad.
Right? Yeah. You got a little teardrop.
A podcast with no name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back to work.
The accident.
Or it could be like.
That's what my dad called me.
I was waiting for someone to tell that joke.
Yeah, you need to get some sound effects.
Yeah. Like I used to have the lightning at some point, but
Can you show us that sound, please, Ashley?
no. There was
I put that in post. You didn't actually have it. I put that in post.
Darius, I feel like Darius, you You gotta give us one idea, though. You gotta give us one idea.
I don't have any. I don't have anything that I like. Okay, nice. Shane.
What? I'm letting it know that you're making jokes.
I thought someone dropped something. I was like, someone dropped a drum set. That's so strange.
Oh,
okay. Let's see.
I was a little late on that too. That was the symbols. There we go.
So,
You should use your screaming goat every single time we say something outrageous.
Darius, what's the weirdest thing you've heard on the subway? You said you were in Brooklyn, right?
I grew up in Brooklyn. I live on Long Island now.
But what's the weirdest thing you've heard on the subway? Because that's probably a good name for a podcast. You fancy now.
I am very fancy. I don't know.
Get fancy.
I would say corner stores in the middle of the block, but that was,
The corner store.
I love it. Bodega town.
I don't know about
Bodega Cat.
I do like that.
Bodega Cat podcast?
On the bread.
I would say the corner store because you go to the corner store and you get a lot of little different things. There's a deli, you get some.
Ashley, Google it. You're the newswoman.
That's a good name.
Ashley, you're the newswoman.
How are you going to feel if you're the one who fixed the name? I feel like, I have no ideas. I'm not the one. I'm shy. I
Looks
can't
like there's a
believe I didn't
podcast on
invite.
Apple Podcasts.
There's a,
What?
Oh, they took it.
This is some bullshit.
Someone took that too?
They took it from us.
What about Bodega Cat?
I don't know about Bodega. Let's
Yeah, I don't know about the Bodega Cat.
I like them. I try to steal them, but I don't know if it's a good podcast name.
Alright.
Like she stole.
I've tried.
My pussy.
I've asked them, like, how much? That one on the bread, like.
Tati's face right now is like,
On
okay.
the bed.
On the bread.
What's that?
I move slow, Ashley, okay?
See what had happened was.
What had
We were talking
happened
about all the
was
sauce earlier, so on the bed, on the bread, on the sauce.
On the bread is kind of funny, but I don't know if that actually has, I don't know if that's the stocking or not, so.
She literally like looked at the bottom of her class, like, "Do you have it there for me?"
Like, it's just have you seen anything sadder? The last drop. That could be kind of.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that. Look it
I
up.
like that.
I like
Quickly.
that. That's I like that.
Bad to the last drop.
I haven't. I'm not gonna raise my arms too high because I haven't.
It's taken?
Oh my gosh.
Got my.
It's a weekly podcast about whiskey, craft beer, and local bars. What about good to the last drop?
What about bad to the last drop?
That's
Okay,
also
I'll
good
take
too.
Watch somebody has it. Just waiting for it.
The Last Dance.
Did you go to prom? Did you need a date and a corsage?
This is the last chance.
I'm thinking about Michael Jordan. It's the big documentary about Michael
Okay.
Jordan.
Anytime I think about Michael Jordan, I just remember his long ass arm in Space Jam and like that armpit hair.
There was armpit hair? Oh.
I don't remember that.
It looked like braidable. Okay.
That's what you were looking at in that movie?
In that moment.
In that moment.
The shaped her.
Darius,
Okay,
you look
Bad
so
to the
serious.
Last Drop does not exist. There's To the Last Drop, but not Bad to the Last Drop.
I do like The Last Drop. I like The Last Drop.
What other plays, what other variations can we make on it?
Hey, I feel like are we making a song right now?
I mean, I'm about to spit some bars, so.
Let's see.
It's a bit simple.
Brush the Kitty. Yankees Forever.
No.
Okay.
I
We need to
think
go.
that is
I think
a
we need to go
fabulous
back to the
podcast.
other podcast thing.
No, but like if you name it, like I fucking love the Yankees, and then see how people try to hate you. I'm from the Bronx. I have every right.
I'm from the Bronx too, but I have class.
I'm from the Bronx too, from
A
Bronx
phony.
to Manhattan.
What?
Pony asshole.
Class.
I have every right. I have every right. I mean, I like baseball. Like you drink the beers. You kind of watch.
Kind of.
Kind of, exactly.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh wait, that's a band. No, yes. Dang, no. Okay, weirdest thing you've heard on the subway. Maybe that'll give us that little last.
I still like
tingle
that
of-
last drop, so I wrote that down.
Okay.
That's
Back
the
to
last
last drop is in the hat.
Wait, what was that?
Okay.
Bad to last drop?
Back to
Back to
that.
last-
Okay.
Okay.
Darius, calm down.
Next on the list. That's going to be the next name on the list.
Darius, calm down.
I don't know. I kind of like.
Every week we'll be telling Darius this to comment.
Calm down. Calm down.
You're here, and I need you to be here.
It's kind of like how Gilligan's Island is named after like Gilligan, but like, is he really the main character? Maybe Darius's Donuts.
Ooh.
I personally love it. Well, come on.
We could be the main
Reasons.
characters.
Oh, donut hole. 'Cause that sounds very interesting.
Everyone's gonna be asking what to put in us, okay?
Is that
Money.
anything-
They could put some money into this show.
Just a bunch of T-shirts with like a donut. and,
Dude,
like,
look that up. Look that up. Ashley, please look that up.
For what?
The donut hole.
She's
The
a
donut hole.
Or donut hole.
professional researcher.
She's the Robin Quivers, like I said.
Darius had a good one. He said,
Guys,
Darius contributes
there is the
nothing.
donut hole.
She contributes nothing. Darius needs a headset.
You know what?
I just need to understand
No.
what the donut hole is about.
Shane, shut up.
If that's the name of the show, then I mean we cannot allow Darius to have a headset.
Did y'all grow up watching Power Rangers?
Yes.
No, I'm old.
Yeah. Yeah, you're too old for that.
Like if
I
We grew up watching Voltron and stuff like that.
It's like
I could do a little Dragon Ball.
it was like wrong show.
I just remember a lot of
Well,
sparks.
because they do this too with the little thing in the
What
What do you call that?
Like 5 of them, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I think that's also like not, probably not.
Yeah,
No.
you couldn't do that.
Grasping
Definitely
It's
take.
copyright.
my youth.
There's also Mighty Mosh and Emo Rangers.
Okay.
That mixed my emotions in a way I didn't feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable, Ashley. You have to yell at my mom and tell her I hate her or something.
Mixed emotions. How about that?
I'm sure that's
Your mom
taken.
brings you a smoothie, you're like, fuck you, mom.
I love
Oh,
you.
good, I hate you.
The shitty talking podcasters. That sounds like Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
It's too long, but
Oh.
Yeah, I think where I lean is like I want something short.
so do I.
How
Or maybe do like
bad?
a what?
Just bad, like BAD, and then we'll each letter is a different word. I don't know.
B-A-A-D.
You could do that.
I mean,
What does it mean?
we just call
I
it
don't
the
know.
show. So that whenever anyone talks about it, do you know the show? It's like, what show?
There. I don't have any other D words.
Wait, what about the letters from our names? No, that doesn't work.
It didn't
No,
work. Yeah, I
wait.
tried that. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Tried what?
Crass.
If we use the first of our names, then you're the only one with a vowel.
Oh, me. Yeah, I forgot I'm in here.
Plus, that's a sure way to make sure that one of the hosts leaves the show like in 2 weeks. That's exactly what would happen. Murphy's Law. Darius be like, you know what? I got a cardboard cutout of myself and I just put it on camera.
There is a Good Kids Bad Podcast.
You guys could have did Star if I
What was that?
There's a Good Kids Bad Podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck them kids.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good name. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, I hate children.
I feel like whatever we pick also might dictate what we talk about. So like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like all we're gonna talk about are children. And Darius, you're just like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh," and nothing's coming out.
Because I have no headphones.
I don't know. I feel like that could be a thing because I had.
Hey, you still have my pink ones?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want my pink and white ones, he can send it to you.
I'll get headphones for next week.
So he says.
Done.
Maybe next week.
We need a name.
Maybe next week.
Is Donut
That's
Hole
okay.
taken? Did you-
Yeah, it's taken.
Fuck.
They blocked it.
I would say maybe next week, and then at the end of every episode, we just go, maybe next weekend we'll talk about this.
Yeah, like
We're
we're
thinking maybe next week.
About that or something. I don't know.
Maybe
yeah,
next
like,
week.
We're gonna give you like
Look
Next
that
week, I
up.
think it's cool.
Look that up.
You know. All right. The next one, someone else is gonna look up. You'll get a little break there, Ashley.
Awkward silence. We could do the awkward
yeah, 'cause I
silence
feel like-
podcast.
Yeah, because I think we need a decent premise here.
Guys,
Really?
Come
Everybody,
on.
fuck off.
That's taken too, right?
Is my grandma shat her pants already taken? Like, is everything taken? This is ridiculous.
Everything's
Skin
taken.
Yeah, we can just take everything as taken as our show.
I bet that's
No.
taken too.
it's a Panthers Brawl podcast.
Like the animals or the group?
No names left.
Sports team? Oh wait, maybe it's not taken. Maybe that's just the name of one of their episodes.
Oh, my ears hurt. That could be a thing if it's like about headphones a little. Because
Well, Darius doesn't have to worry about that.
Actually, it is open.
I already forgot what it said. Was it Panthers Ball?
No, maybe next week.
What's not taken, Ashley?
Maybe next week.
It's
That's
not
just the
taken.
Episode, right? That's just the
Yes,
episode
it's
of
just
that
the name
podcast.
of the episode. Yeah.
We can do
So
this.
the maybe next
Okay,
week
we have-
podcast.
Bad to the last drop. Maybe next week. Darius doesn't have headphones.
That's
Are we
not.
taking that one seriously?
Touch my donut hole.
Just touching it? Just gonna like dance around it.
Oh. You're dreaming big. You're dreaming big, Ashley.
I'm dreaming about the big ones.
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
I like maybe next week.
I like maybe next week.
I like maybe next week.
I like it too, because I said it.
Is that the name?
I did it.
Well, see, now you get to be the one that's like, oh my god, they picked my name.
I did it.
Yay.
Hire me. Go put that clip on my LinkedIn and like cut out all the R. Kelly parts. I'm innovative. I bring a lot to the table.
You do. You're like the antithesis of Darius.
Oh gosh. We're not gonna start this, okay? Okay, this was still.
Darius, it started already.
This made me quit acting.
You can't be the nice guy.
Hold on,
Understand
hold on.
that.
This was Stills, this was Shrony, this was what else?
This is not Sroni. This is not Stills. This is maybe next week. Darius, you're on mute.
Maybe next week, Darius will have headphones.
Don't count on it.
Don't count on it.
That's gonna be the thing.
I like the polite headphones.
Maybe Darius will have headphones, and maybe next week Darius will have headphones.
Well, maybe next. I have a homework assignment for all of you for next week.
Okay.
Everyone has to watch Coming to America.
Hell yeah.
Oh yes.
Part two's about to be out.
It comes out on Friday,
Okay.
and we need to because I personally think the first film is the greatest comedy of all time. It's my
Agreed.
favorite comedy of all time. So Ashley's got this look on her face like she's never seen it.
No. Wait, have you never seen it?
You've never seen Coming to America?
You see, there was this thing. It's called Rock,
Yes.
and I used to live under it, okay?
Okay. I thought you said WAP, and I was like, I don't know how that's into this. You young kids nowadays.
All right, so Ashley,
Okay, so you need to watch part one and then part two, because Coming to America is like absolutely like that is better than Golden Child, which is already really, really fucking good. And Coming to America is like one of the best comedic films ever. So good.
It is. It's something you will enjoy. You will not regret studying
Really
that.
well.
Feels so New York.
Absolutely.
it's an
So you're-
institution. It's an institution, that film. It holds up, what is it, 32
Yeah.
years later, 33 years later?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
year I was born.
Oh, wow.
It is.
That also might be why I've never seen it.
No. Nope. That's because you lived under a wok. So yeah.
Like,
You lived under the walk. Like you take taco
it
shell
went from wop to wop to
style it up.
Did I say wok? That's my wah-wahs.
like a
She's cooking rice somewhere under some type of bridge or something. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna call that hashtag under a walk.
Just burning.
You know, I gotta say, we're all really contributing some really funny shit to this show. I mean, most of us. Darius, how you doing?
Okay, there you go.
You need to have like the straight man in the thing. You know, like you have like
Thank you.
the funny person and then like
Tatiana.
And me.
everyone.
And then me.
Tatiana, you might be old enough to remember this with me. You and Darius, maybe. You remember the old Z Morning Zoo with like Mr. Leonard?
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember like there was Jonathan Bell, who was like the newsman. He just kind of stayed quiet until he had to say something. That's Darius.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the stoic
Well,
man.
Crazy guy again. Like he was like the wild card, like Charlie Day. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like the freaky one. That was the one I always liked. I can't remember.
You saying Darius is freaky?
Oh.
No, who was the crazy one on Z100? It was like the
Mr.
weird
Leonard.
guy.
Mr. Leonard. He talked
That
like
was-
that. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I listened to them. They were always playing the Goo Goo Dolls, and that's when I felt like I had feelings and stuff. So
That was a long time ago.
Hey,
so
man,
Darius, do you remember that show
things
though?
died. I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
like
Tatiana, do you?
Elvis And then like the lady with the sexy voice, and they played the
Nope.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Well, this
and,
is
like,
before that.
Bang
Ashley
Shebang.
doesn't know because she was under a walk. But Tatiana, do you remember any of these?
I remember like some radio shows, but I didn't listen to it then.
No Z100?
No, I would change it to listen to the music.
Okay, that's it.
That's what radio is for,
I'm,
anyway.
I'm 45 years old.
I
No,
can't.
I don't know. I did not listen to 100. Hot 97 and
That's
growing
you.
up.
That's you.
Can I just say I didn't listen to the radio at all?
There was no radio when you were born.
Are you like Kimmy Schmidt,
Like
Ashley?
iPod.
No,
No,
I mean, there were still cassette tapes and, CDs.
8-track.
In books.
No.
We saw it in
The track predates.
That's
I'm sorry, Darius. Did you say something? I'm sorry.
You know what? Shut up.
You can't get them back after that. Shut up is like the end of it.
I'm done. I'm
But
sorry.
you all know like Ricky Martin, right? Like you know who Britney Spears is, and
Brittany just got back her money.
Yo, Britney Spears was my shit, okay?
You
I
said
need-
Britney Spears and Moesha? Did you just put
I'm saying all the stuff
You put
that
that
matters.
that goes
back then.
together?
Yeah, that's
For
all.
me, that's like childhood.
You're like,
It's like oysters and, I don't know, milk. I don't
she's
know.
like going down a list of the 90s. She's just like Steve Urkel,
Thank
Vanilla Ice,
Stefan.
Stefan.
Oh,
okay.
The Cosby Show.
Oh.
Oh, no. Hey, hey, you say what you want about Cosby. Cosby Show was great.
It was great.
Okay.
Well, Family
It
Matters.
was great.
It wasn't.
Okay, I love Family Matters. That was good too.
It's like if you like Woody Allen like movies, doesn't mean you like.
Right.
Has
Yeah.
anybody? I think talking about that topic. Here's an actual topic for the show. Has anyone seen that Mia and Woody, whatever it is, documentary? I think it's on Netflix.
Are you sure it's called Me and Woody? Is that the name they chose for that?
Yeah.
Oh, or the name that's in his head. Hey, where's the sound?
Sorry. Oh, hang on. I'm getting to it.
Yeah, my boyfriend was watching it. I heard some snippets and like I just couldn't like go back to work, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, this is terrible.
This way.
Yeah, I started like listening while trying to like type out on spreadsheets, and I was like, I'm writing some really freaky shit right now. So I was like, I need to just.
She's talking about like this quarter we need to bring in revenue of my daughter's vagina when she's 13 years old. Wait, no, that's the documentary.
Why is my boyfriend watching this right now? I can't believe he's watching this. What am I typing?
Well, what's your feelings on that though? Can you enjoy the art of someone who turns out to be a complete and total evil douchebag piece of shit?
Absolutely. We just talked about R. Kelly, I think.
R. Kelly proposed to this meeting.
Yeah, we did.
Darius had absolutely nothing to add this whole episode. Then it's like, can you enjoy the work of a pedophile? Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Coming in hot with the opinions. I agree.
Listen.
Yeah, it's not mutually exclusive. The art speaks for itself, and it's not like you have to come in like with an intro, like, "Hi, my name is R. Kelly, and I love 13-year-old girls, and this is my song. Let's get
Can you listen to the music without thinking about that kind of stuff though? Because he does have some that are kind of suggestive about like he was telling us without telling us.
Right. That's true.
Suggestive to the crimes or like the titillations or whatever, yeah. But like if you watch Annie Hall, you're not getting like pedo vibes.
I love that you use the word titillation in regards to Woody Allen, but
yeah, my English wasn't my first language. I was stretching there, but
I just would like to use the word titillation in every show.
it's my first time ever using the word.
Okay, your goal now to use it at least once an episode.
Just slip it in there organically, though.
It's
Don't
like-
force it.
That's what she said.
damn, Darius coming alive. I love it.
The one time you can hear Darius.
Well, then here's a question for you.
Just put it in there.
Everyone here watches Mandalorian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you
Bring it
I
on.
haven't
Bring
started
it.
yet.
Hard.
I have to do it.
how do you feel about Gina Carano being fired then in that case?
What'd she do?
She
Yeah, what
tweeted.
did
She
What
tweeted.
did
That
she
is
do?
her fault.
She tweeted a lot. I mean, Ashley, maybe you want to bring that up on your computer because I can't because I'm recording. But like her tweets were reinforcing that the election was stolen. That what happened in Germany is comparable to how Republicans are treated by Democrats and liberals, and and then very transphobic things, homophobic things, racist things, and Disney fired her. And now you've got one side of the fandom up in arms because you should be separating politics and the individual from the work of art. But then you have the other side saying, like, you can't be talking about the Holocaust and comparing it to how Republicans are treated. You
Yeah,
can't talk about, you can't propagate
Fans were demanding
stereotypes.
that she get fired too.
I feel like if you
They
want
were.
to talk about it, then you deal with the consequences of it. Like you're more than welcome to have an opinion, but you also have to deal with the consequences of voicing out your opinion. So
It was like the woman that was in, I think it was Central Park, and she was trying to say that the black guy was eating on her while he was just trying to tell her to like leash her dog. And she was
Right,
like, "Oh well,
right.
you're gonna get it," and she ended up getting fired from her job.
I think they actually made a law now that you can get arrested or fined if they find that you make false police reports.
Yeah, that lady.
That should have been law a
really.
long time ago.
And it should be law everywhere.
You would think that would be a law, right? Like, why are people allowed to do that and not?
Dear justice system, get your shit together, okay?
I think both things are wrong, but I think that someone actively going out of their way to lie and try to hurt someone is way worse than someone who's just blatantly ignorant. But I mean, come on, like bringing up the Holocaust, you should kind of know better if you got a Disney deal, not to be talking about the Holocaust.
Disney's really sensitive about that stuff.
And if you have opinions, tell your friends or some shit. Like, keep your hate in your heart. But like, if you're an actor, like, it's supposed to suck. Like, you don't
like celebrities have seen the consequences of this from other celebrities. I don't know. Like, I mean, I know we all want to be individuals and have our own opinions and want to voice it. But like, I mean, even with Roseanne Barr, like, there's just so many celebrities that like opening their mouths and saying things that are just, I mean, hateful and kind of mean. I just don't like just stop yourself for that second. Like, go tell, like you said, go tell a good friend. Don't tell the media.
Like, Twitter's not the place to talk, but
unfortunately, people find it as the place to talk, and we've seen it in situations like with the president. They decide to ban him, but they can't do that for everybody, obviously. So I think it's kind of up to the actors. Like, when they sign up for this gig, they know they're in the public eye, and they should know better. And some of them just don't. And I kind of want to know, like, what their thought process is when they hit send. You know, do they realize that this is going to jeopardize their career? Well, maybe now or in 2 years, in 2 months?
Well, what do you guys think about the people, though, who, like, they're, like, woke and have grown and they're smart and they don't remember what it was like when they were 16 on Facebook or something, and, like, all that stuff gets dug up, but they haven't been acting like that anymore? Like, is it, like, when you grow, or are you, like... because like I feel like a lot of people are also like trying to dig up really old shit, but like if you're racist, then like how much can you change? But it's like a lot of stuff is like on the line, or it's like when you were 14, your friends might have like called someone gay as a joke, and of course that's wrong and like not like the smart thing to do now. But like a 14-year-old doing something dumb, like does that need to like fuck up your entire life when you're 35?
I would say it shouldn't. There, like to your point, there are jokes that I made growing up that if someone had been there with a camera or recording me and they brought it up to like now, I would be done.
I mean,
that would be done.
Going back to the three of us, the two of us, Darius and Tatiana, working on stills, that set was one giant hilarity of inappropriateness from all sides of it, and we had a diverse cast of all different ethnicities and orientations and genders and whatnot, and we were wildly inappropriate with each other. Taken out of context, you take a behind the scenes snippet, put it online, we're gonna look like the worst individuals in history. Even though we know between our family that was on that set, it was all love, and there was respect. It was just we knew what we could joke about, and we knew what we couldn't.
Right.
So it's scary. And then going back, I just want to say, like to Ashley's point, like, what are these people thinking when they hit send? I was talking to someone about this with that cunty Marjorie Greene, that representative who put up like there are two genders, and she was supporting the insurrection. They removed her from all the committees. She is to the right what AOC is to the left. Someone who exists.
I find it so crazy that that's what it is, though. Like, because AOC to the left seems like a really legitimate person who's like really trying to solve things, and then the fact that they're putting her, Marjorie Taylor Greene, on this pedestal, it's like, what?
But that's how they see AOC, and what anyone on the left who has elevated her to say she's the future, she's what the party should be, she exists outside of the typical democratic system, and she speaks the truth. The far right does the exact same thing with Greene, whatever the hell her name is, Cunty Greene I call her, and they see her as someone who's elevating the consciousness of the party and of the movement of the right and of white America, and so the things that she puts down, and Gina Carano and all these people who support that, they legitimately think that they're fighting for freedom, for a future, for the survival of their people. And so when they hit send, they're so batshit crazy that they believe that, oh, I got fired by Disney, I'm a martyr.
Because they're part of that clan,
Yeah.
Councils and stuff like that. I mean, so I think the biggest difference that I've had in seeing that, because a lot of the times people get caught up on sides, and even on left side or right side, you always want to keep an open mind. At least that's what I think, because it's, it doesn't go just based on sides. But I wonder if, the biggest difference I see with Democrats is that, how we respect AOC and see her. I just see a lot of it doesn't come from a place where we're attacking other people or we're hurting someone or we're trying to put someone down. It's like we're coming from a position of where we need to bring everyone up. We need to all be together in this equity. And it comes from a place where I feel like we're trying to grab as many people, and bring us up with them. Versus the Republicans, where I feel like a lot of the time it comes from I don't believe in what you do. I don't believe in who you love. I don't believe in how you live. I don't believe in the color of your skin and being equal based on that. It's almost like, I don't know. I can't seem to put them together in the same, context. And that's the most frustrating part for me, because I don't understand the Republicans. Like, why would you? There's so much that's showing us that we'd be fine if we just respect each other. What's the big deal?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I think that, to your point, that there are some Republicans, not all, but some, who aren't for everything that is, going on in the party right now, but because they have some non-negotiables as far as some hardline issues. And because, Democrats are not, I can't side with you because of where you stand on these non-negotiables for me. So even though I have to hold my nose to do it, I'm going to side with them, even, which is terrible, but, even at the expense of of some other things that I do care about, but they're not as important to me as these hardline major issues. And
Like-
it's unfortunate.
Like Dick
Yeah,
Cheney. Dick Cheney did that with his daughter. She's gay. And he ignored it, didn't talk about it, supported her in real life behind the scenes, but when it came to the party, being vice president, and then when his other daughter, who they're now trying to get out, ran, he kind of gave his blessing for her to shun her own sister. And it's those non-negotiables.
Right.
Sorry, Tatiana, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I think where I was coming from was that, I think I forgot. It's left my head. I just, the non-negotiables part, it's like, it just seemed like non-negotiable to them and non-negotiable to us are very different.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with, like, I'm not great on politics, but just by luck, my boyfriend's in the news, and during the elections, he was watching all the channels to kind of see what they were covering to make sure that his news show was, like, catching good bits of stuff. And, he's pretty on the left, but, trying to keep reasonable, wise on the news and make real news and all that jazz. And when you flip to Fox News and you watch enough of it, of course you can watch the sensational news, but when you were just watching the regular coverage, you realize, like, there's not a huge difference between these channels. And I think with the Republican Party, I think what one of their strengths is that everyone's kind of like what Darius is saying, they're the non-negotiables. They'll all fall in line and kind of cluster together on some, like, family value, like their version of family values and all that. Where I think
Democrats.
the left fails, and I think what pulls me away from it a little bit, not all the way away, but, like, makes it really hard for me to feel like I'm falling into either category. It's like, I don't like the canceling of people. I like the idea of, you did something wrong, you said sorry, let's move on. Or, like, the idea that people can grow, and there's just, like, this, like, I can't remember the fucking word, Aurora Boris or whatever, like, when the snake is eating its own tail, like,
That's that.
Or Boris.
yeah, they, like, or maybe that's, like, the Alaskan sky thing.
Yeah.
But it's like this thing where it's like you can't really grow or consolidate all that power on the left if everyone's just attacking each other and saying, you're not this enough, you're not this enough. And it's exhausting to, like, try to think you have to know these words automatically and all these terms when, like, when you're coming from, like, a family where everyone was an immigrant just a couple years ago, like, they're not going to know all these terms. It's very isolating.
Yeah,
Don't get me started on the Latinx thing either. It doesn't work in Spanish. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time.
One of the things you mentioned is, if they apologize, let's move on. Gina actually didn't apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Then she can fuck off. Talking about the Holocaust. Like, that's not funny.
Well, that's my question of this is, what is the limit? What is the limit that we're okay with of just apologizing for it? Because you know that someone will say, oh, no, you got to apologize for that. And they'll give us some half-ass apology because they know they're supposed to do it or they'll lose their gig.
Yeah.
And that...
Like I talked to my priest or my pastor. I spent some time with my mother. I want to say I'm sorry. Blah blah blah. Like hollow apologies.
Form of prostitution. Honestly, that's what gave Donald Trump so much power. So he never fucking said sorry for anything. He didn't lose any power, and everyone, like, is groveling full on. Like, I am so sorry. I said this thing when I was 16. Just, like, say, I don't mean that anymore. I'm a different person. I'm sorry. You just shouldn't know this much about people or their lives.
I don't think they should be even digging that far, because I do think that your 14-year-old brain is definitely not the same as your 30-year-old brain. Now, I can say if you consistently say the same comments for several years on end, I think that's a concern.
For sure.
But to have, like, this one-off back, maybe you were drunk, maybe you were high, maybe you had a bad day.
Maybe you were Mel Gibson,
Sure. Maybe, you had too much of Hannah, in your life. But
that catnip.
It's the catnip, but there's this one-off. There's this one mistake that comes back to haunt you, and I don't know if people should be held to it all of the time.
I think if you're a kid, though, that's something like when we say 14, I think we're we've all been 14. We know that we say a lot of I mean, I still say some stupid shit now, but
You're fully aware of the consequences, though.
you know. So if you were gonna take something I took at 14, yeah, that's where I feel like we shouldn't be digging that far. But if you're taking something that I said when I was maybe in my mid-20s, something that might have been racist. I mean, I just don't know. This is where we get into like, what is okay? What do we say is okay for sorry? And what do we say no, regardless of the sorry?
I'll give you an example. I saw on Facebook a while back that there was a doctor, and she said before she went into med school that whenever she became a doctor, she would deny service to anyone who's Jewish. And it turned out that she landed in a Jewish hospital. So, of course, they were like, ooh, we found this. You're fired. So,
That's
didn't
fine.
take care to people.
You can find a different hospital and go kill people there. Like,
that are Jewish.
no.
Well, I got one reaction to that story.
No, push the goat. Push the goat.
Yeah, I think what Ashley said is kind of spot on. If there's an established pattern there, but like if you had that pattern maybe from like, I don't know, since you were a little kid till 12, and then like, or like 15 or something, go to high school, learn better, go to college, and you're like, oh shit, my whole family is racist. I can't believe I didn't know it till now. Like, people go through that phase in life. Like, if you're raised by a awful family, or just a family that doesn't know better, or a culture that might be ignorant in that certain type of way, or sexist or homophobic or whatever it is, like, you might not know better.
But do you think that someone that would be like that has that platform? I feel like you must know people.
Actors aren't famous off the bat. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and I think we as people, we tend to be with people, surround ourselves with people who have similar values to ourselves. That's the the algorithms that come up on our YouTube feeds, and they're going to give us things that we enjoy watching. Okay, you watch this, so I'm going to suggest that to you. You do this, I'm going to suggest that. We very rarely surround ourselves with people of separate or different worldviews than ourselves, right? And once we do, what we see in society is that, okay, oh, you think differently? Okay, well, I don't want to talk to you. We start yelling at each other instead of having a conversation and a dialogue. So a lot of people end up losing out. And just to everybody's point, I think, and if I'm attributing this quote to her erroneously, then I apologize. But didn't Maya Angelou say, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them?
Yes.
That goes with the whole pattern of behavior. So if somebody displays a pattern of behavior over a course of time, okay, this is who they are. Let's believe them at this point. But if it's something,
even when they get upset, it's supposed to be true.
Yes, that's very true. I've heard.
If I get upset and I say a racial slur just because I'm upset, that doesn't validate it. To me, it doesn't. So if I were to see someone get upset about something and then say racist comments, no, you're racist, whether you know it or not. I mean,
you got a lot of stuff to work through.
Yeah, something that you obviously attach your anger to, and it has to do with that. And that's an issue when, that shouldn't be something. You should be able to communicate that you're upset without that stuff. And so how, I guess, how do you enforce that on people? And then
you can't.
And I think back to Darius's point too, when you asked Ashley about what do they think when they press send, I think what Darius was saying was very true in the sense they probably don't know it's wrong because they have like-minded people who are encouraging or fostering that type of environment where they feel that they can say those kind of things.
It's very much divide and conquer, I feel like, too, because, me being the nihilist that I am and so against how the government functions and treats the people, I'm very much in the camp of thinking and believing that, and this is just my opinion, that the education system is designed to reinforce stereotypes, create division, and thus stop the people from ever uniting to demand what we all should be getting. All those universal things that we believe are rights. In the meantime, we have this group sticking with themselves, surround themselves with people who will reinforce what they already believe. This group doing the exact same thing. This group doing the exact same thing. And it stems from, obviously, geographic regions and whatnot of just where people are based, through economics, through the past, and very much in the education system, so you don't learn the actual truth of how this country was made and how the world has evolved and who or lack thereof and why this group hates that group and what plays into why some people need financial assistance and welfare and food stamps and who this and who that. And we lost Darius, but and we lost Rebecca.
I'm here.
Are we losing everybody?
I think it's your connection because you lulled
Yeah,
out.
you were getting glitchy on me.
I'm getting glitchy?
I thought it was just me.
Oh, no.
I thought I was glitching. But
I'm not pointing any elbow shame, but this one's actually.
I clearly.
Pattern. You're blaming other
People are coming
for
back, though.
problems.
Slowly coming back.
Yeah.
But in any case, digressing, I feel like there's a great problem with divide and conquer. And if people themselves do not choose to elevate and learn, and now with so many people having Google, that they can actually learn about the true history of things and the true dynamics of this country, the design by which this country is built upon to divide and conquer and segregate, which never really truly ended in many ways, we will continue to have issues like this and ignorance and people reacting instead of responding and groups saying you got to be canceled instead of realizing that everything should be on a per thing basis. Like, you know, every individual, every situation is unique, for lack of better eloquence, which is, you know, and then we have the issue of those who have shown themselves or who they are, and we just choose to ignore it. There are many celebrities who never get canceled, who have done things that are like, you know, no one talks about the fact that Paul Walker was 32 dating a 16-year-old, but they love him. But Woody Allen, different story. Morgan Freeman gets away with what he's done. Different story for others. Anthony Bourdain paid off a kid that his
ideal of Morgan Freeman. What did he do?
His girlfriend, who was one of the people who started the movement against Harvey Weinstein and the Me Too movement, ends up that her co-star, who she knew since he was about 10, he played Little Captain Kirk in Star Trek Reboot 2009. I always have to put that in there. She knew him when she was in her 20s. He was like 10, 11, and then cast him in the movie. They stayed friends, and then when he was around 16, 17, while she was with Anthony, and this is all on text that TMZ and other news outlets confirmed, they started having a relationship. She fucked him. After the fact, tells her friend, oh, it was so good. Oh, I don't know. I didn't really want to do it. Oh, I don't know. Flip-flopping back and forth. The kid was like, I'm going to tell the press. And she sent Anthony with $60,000 to pay the kid off for his silence. Anthony said, it wasn't buying you off, it's buying her freedom. And I'm sorry, I don't think for a second that he didn't think, with all the other probably depression that he had, that for a second he didn't think, if this gets out, my career is ruined. And people say I'm crazy, but...
That's the Anthony Bourdain one. Morgan Freeman, I think his story is that he tried to sleep naked with his granddaughter.
He slept with his step-granddaughter, yeah.
Dated?
Wait.
I don't even know how far.
I don't know.
Rest her soul. She was murdered. Rest her soul.
But
yeah.
Keep it to yourself. That's a secret.
God, I don't think he likes that story. Or like
Robot Chicken did a story on that once.
Good impression on that one. You got a good Morgan Freeman in you.
Did you ever see the Robot Chicken when they talked about it?
The production assistant actually accused him of inappropriate behavior.
Who, Morgan Freeman?
Mm-hmm.
Look up his step-granddaughter.
Yeah.
That's what his step-granddaughter. So I guess it's a little different, but it's still a little
No, it's still a little, still a little
It's
different.
very Woody Allen. It's very Woody Allen-esque. It's like one's a pariah.
I mean, Elvis also did it, didn't he? Elvis also married very young. No one cared about that as
Had
much.
it there with her.
Yeah. Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. I mean, the history's rife with people who...
But that one lasted. It was true love.
But so is Woody and Soon Lee, I believe her name is. It's been 30-something years. I think they've been together as long as Ashley's been alive.
I mean, maybe he was really good at grooming her.
Ew.
Yeah.
You know,
He's like, "Oh,
I
come
guess
here. I'm gonna groom you."
It's
Oi.
hard to know. It's hard to know because like
Imagine like legit grooming.
the age of consent is like over the span of time changes, and of course like
Yeah.
we're gonna go down the route of the law so that this show does not get canceled and everything. But if you watch old school movies, like you'd be surprised how common this is. Where like the guy kind of sees this girl grow up, sees her as a baby, and he's like 8 years old, and he's like, I give her this little cross to protect her, and she grows up, and then they don't see each other for like 5 or 10 years, and they see each other again. It's like they fall in love, and like they're meant to be because their families know each other, and there's a familiarity or whatever the fuck, like a cousin or some shit.
this is because of patriarchy, but that's all I'll say.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying like.
Yeah, no. This is a very common thing, and it's also even in 80s, like music videos and like.
Yeah.
I mean, when you really get into the lyrics of certain songs or into like how they were presenting it, it's nasty because they were talking about young girls.
Even like the Beatles, when I saw her standing there, or "Baby, it's cold outside," or something like that, or and I've said to people, it's only a recent thing.
Pull outside away from me, okay?
It's you listen to those lyrics.
I have.
They are the rapiest things on earth.
No, there is consent built into there. She wants to. The whole. Okay, I argued about this the other day. The whole point of the song is that
Let's hear it. I want to hear it.
She lives in a society where she's not allowed to have sexual pleasure or desire, right? And she's trying to find any excuse possible to stay. She will have another drink. Oh, it's cold. It's too late for me to go home now. She's finding every excuse to stay because she wants to fuck. That is the point of that song. They both want to do it. They both want to do it, and they're both finding.
So as I look this
The
up,
problematic part of that song, though.
What about the part of the guy convincing her?
What's the sense of hurting my pride part? I'm just like, is this a pride thing for you at this point? Like that?
Yeah.
Ashley.
The guy can get.
Wait, hang on. How about this, Ashley? Can you read each lyric? Don't sing it, just read it. And then, someone read it, and then Rebecca, you defend it.
Okay. I'm gonna go paragraph by paragraph, okay?
Okay.
So, I really can't stay. Baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away. Baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been hoping that you dropped in. So very nice. I'll hold your hands there just like I... What was this motion? Is it the doubles?
That's the drop in. The drop.
Yeah, she wants to drop in. If it's a lady, it's like, I want to drop in and I'm cold. And she's pretending to be cold so that he can pull some moves.
Wait, but doesn't he say, baby, it's cold outside the whole time while she's...
I don't know music, but...
Okay, so wait.
That's her, yeah.
Okay. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be pacing the floor. Listen to the fireplace roar. So really, I better scurry. Beautiful, please don't hurry. Well, maybe just a half a drink more. I'll put some records on while I pour.
Okay, so she
did. Basically, he's setting up the ambiance for her to stay. He's convincing her to stay.
And she says, okay, maybe just half a drink more. He's not telling her to drink the half a drink more. She says, okay, maybe. She's thinking, if at least I can blame it on the alcohol. You know what that feeling is like. You want to find an excuse, something to blame.
Okay, hold on. Get a little bit, but she's just like, I gotta go.
Mom and Dad are gonna get mad at me. Like those are the only reasons why she wants to go home. Not like I feel uncomfortable.
Oh no, they're fine. Okay, hold on. How many times have you been in a situation where a guy comes up,
Ashley,
hey, no problem. Why don't you just stay a little bit longer? And you're like, no, I'm okay. I'll go. He's like, no, stay. You should stay.
Yeah, and we're just like, I'll appease you by drinking this half a drink and get my ass out of here.
For like 5 more minutes.
Like, I have diarrhea. I have my period. I'm pregnant. I'm sorry.
I really need you to read it.
The syphilis is like on fire today. You gotta hit them with those. Like, just
okay.
Come on.
I need to write a guidebook. I think we're gonna make this into one episode. We all need to put together a guidebook on how to reject men on the spot. And Rebecca, I want you to lead the charge on this.
Yeah.
She might be the entirely wrong person to lead the charge.
It's like, I think we need to talk about genital warts. My vagina's a chasm. I got the gastritis right now. Like you gotta come in hot with the little disease, and it's not fine to have a disease or whatever, but
Okay,
you know,
I wrote that down. We're gonna use that one later. Okay. The neighbors might think, baby, it's bad out there. Say what's in this drink. No cabs to be had out there. I wish I knew how. Your eyes are like starlight now. Why? Because she's drunk. To break this spell, I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell. Why, thank you. I ought to say no. No, no, sir. Mind if I move closer? She's saying no.
I ought to say no. I should say no because mommy and daddy think I shouldn't.
Okay.
What would the neighbors think? It's all about everyone else around them, but never about how she specifically feels.
At least I'm gonna say that I tried. What's the sense in hurting my pride? I really can't stay, baby. Don't hold out, baby. It's cold outside. Don't hold out.
Yeah, okay. Then maybe I didn't hear that version before.
Hurting my pride. He's basically.
The pride is a symbol for the.
I'm taking that as
erection. Oh, we went there. Okay, so pride is the erection. Wait, say that sentence again. Now I
get it. I think it's a phallic symbol.
What's going on with his pride?
Okay, don't hurt it, but he doesn't say like don't
touch it.
Deny it or else.
Basically, don't tease me. That's what I'm taking that as.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those songs that could be on the fence. Oh, there's more.
Okay. There's like a short part that says, you're very pushy, you know? And then it says, I like to think of it as opportunistic.
I don't remember that much.
What is going on?
Are you calling 911 on us?
Okay. I simply must go. Baby, it's cold outside. The answer is no. But baby, it's cold outside. The welcome has been how lucky that you dropped in, so nice and warm. Look out the window at that storm. My sister will be suspicious. Gosh, your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door. Waves upon a tropical shore. My maiden aunt's mind is vicious. Gosh, are your lips delicious? Well, baby puts a cigarette more. Never such a blizzard before, and I don't even smoke.
What?
I don't know.
Okay,
your spoken word delivery is like it builds the crescendo there is like very dark.
When I hear are delicious. It's literally like, oh no, I think I should go. He's like, but beautiful, you're so beautiful. Why don't you just stay? Why don't you just stay a little longer? Can you stay? I think you should stay. Why don't you go sit down on the couch? Why don't you take off your coat? Oh, okay, I got your coat. I'm gonna put it in the closet. I'm gonna lock the closet so you can't go anywhere.
R. Kelly's in there too.
What, did you want a drink? You want to put on some candlelight? Look, the mood's nice. Just stay a little bit longer. Don't worry about anybody else thinks. I'll take you home in the morning.
Yes. What are these cuffs on your boards?
Yeah, he's trying.
Like, what are the cuffs on the bed for? What are those little strap thingies over there for? Oh, you're gonna like them. Don't worry. Why don't you sit down on the bed? Oh, the bed's nice. Oh, let me just lay back. Why don't I just give you a massage?
It's an S&M song.
Well.
I guess if you didn't sing that much
I
at
was
the
trying to see how
end.
long she was going to go on for. Ashley was just...
All night. Kitty don't play.
This is like the first song in the Ashley's Christmas standards. That's what we're gonna do in December. You're just gonna do a whole album of Christmas standards, Ashley.
Okay, writing
just like that.
It's a song when you hear it out loud, but that last one was a little
That
iffy.
one really messed up your whole argument. I was rooting for you.
Iffy. Yeah, I was really rooting for me. I was rooting for me too.
Okay, tiny paragraph. I gotta get home. Baby, you'll freeze out there. Say, lend me your comb. Why? So that you can brush your hair and it'll be all nice and you can have a sleepover. It's up to your knees out there. You've really been grand. I feel when I touch your hand, but don't you see how can you do this thing to me?
Ew.
Who's saying how can you do this thing to me? Him or her?
Showing her his erection. That's what he was doing.
It's cold.
How can you do this thing to me? How can you get me?
Not this thing.
I did and
Blue balls.
Yeah, exactly.
But then she leaves.
He's trying to guilt her into
guilt her into staying. So there's bound to be talk tomorrow. Think of my lifelong sorrow. at least there will be plenty implied if you caught pneumonia and died. I really can't stay. Get over that old out. Baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold. Wow. And then she says, okay, fine. Just another drink then. That took a lot of convincing.
Oh my gosh, she's stuck. We have to find her.
She opens the door. She meets the leaders. Like, dang, there's no Uber. And then she's like, you know what? Let me get laid.
Oh no, that's the last that we've heard of her. On.
Why? Because a serial killer just.
I mean, that's what happened. She said one more drink. That's what you never do.
What is this? Is she getting chopped up?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, it could go either way. Cause like, what? Honestly, if she's already halfway out the door, and it's all the bullshit she's saying, as shitty as he is.
She's not even halfway out the door. She's like in the living room, like
coat on.
Yeah,
he said, "Let me get you another drink. Let's put that coat in the closet with R. Kelly." And then
no, I thought she says maybe half a drink more. Like she's asking for another drink. Like fuck it, you know what?
Well, she's like, you know what? I guess I'll have a half a drink. Maybe I'll sit here for a little bit. You know, maybe I am being a little bit dramatic. Maybe I should stay. Like she's convincing herself that he's right and that she should stay, and he's kind of manipulating her and kind of taking advantage of her thought process and letting her overthink it.
I don't know why this is on the air. I'm so scared for this woman.
Also, if you look it up, the first video that comes up, he's kind of like holding on to her.
There's a video.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're implying so much. It's
not that
she's literally looking at him like, it's like, why are you touching me kind of face? And he's like, here.
I think, okay, so to hammer it in before I get a little on this one, I think that the reason why I liked the song before, I'm on the fence now, Oof. It ain't real. It's because I like the idea of the woman being a smart woman that can make her own decisions.
Look at her face. Like, bitch, why are you touching me?
She's measuring it.
I don't look at her there like, oh, how long is it?
Is this worth my time? And just like the idea that like she can make her own decisions, women have volition, and she's making the choice, and she can play coy, and she lives in a society where you're not allowed to want it.
That I agree with.
That's what the time period is of that song of like, you're not supposed to want to do that. And it's like, oh, maybe I'll do it. Like, they're both dancing around this idea to try to pretend it's like some accident. But the fact is, it's like hours in the making where they're just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's just fuck up our entire lives because this seems like a really good idea now. Well, no, but that was my version of it in my head.
It was that up until a certain point in the song. And then it got a little...
I was with you, Rebecca, until that part where
it was like the second or third, like,
that
big verse. Yeah, it was like, hey, why don't you just get in my bed? And
it's like, give me the alcohol. Like, hey, do you want more booze? You can leave anytime you want, but do you want more? Sure.
See, that's also the thing. He never says, okay, no problem, you can go home. He never tells her it's okay to feel what she's feeling. He never tells her, okay, no problem, we can see each other tomorrow. Why? Yeah. He wants it. It's happening. She's in his house, and she ain't going nowhere.
But also back then, I'm not saying this is a good enough reason, like back then, anyone sees you going into that house, they already think that's what you're going to do.
Exactly.
Not an excuse, not okay.
Hold on.
Context.
Here in the first place. Was she going during a snowstorm so she could just have a drink and go home?
I was gonna say, like, why was she there in the first place? Like, what?
Isn't he like a friend of her father's or something? Like, there's like.
Oh no, okay.
It's her uncle, silly.
What?
Okay.
But isn't that alluded to in the song or something, or did people just make that up over the years? But also at the end, isn't he like kind of threatening her to be like, "What will people think?" You did, and then it's like, oh, if you get pneumonia and die, well, people will blame me. So, like, help me out here, could you?
By staying here.
It's very manipulative, no?
I mean, he was caring.
Like, if you think she's super duper dumb.
Okay, so it was in a film, Neptune's Daughter.
So, is that with Esther Williams?
I have no idea.
How old are you?
Maybe it's Poseidon's daughter, it's Esther Williams. She has the cool like dancing scenes and stuff. Like she's like the famous swimmer, 1950s. I like me some Turner Classic movies.
Is it like synchronized
the song
swimming?
is a call and response duet between two people, a host called Wolf and a
He's
guest
evil. He's
called
evil.
Mouse.
I told you, there's so many little implications of something in here.
First time ever. I think I'm gonna say I was wrong. I apologize.
The lyrics consist of the host trying to convince the guest that she should stay for a romantic evening because he fears her getting too cold outside, despite the fact that she feels she should return home to her concerned family and neighbors.
The fuck do her neighbors care what she's doing?
Who says I need to go home to my neighbors?
She's like catering to the whole neighborhood. They're all like, it's 8 o'clock, girl.
In the movie, apparently the man wants to leave and the woman wants him to stay.
He wants to leave and she wants to stay.
Oh,
you see, I was right.
And Red Skelton in a comedic parody twist.
Oh.
It was funny.
Yeah, because that wouldn't happen, I guess.
So what's the verdict on Baby It's Cold Outside?
I think my thoughts change. It's a nice song. Like, it sounds good. It's nice to listen to. But if you actually listen to the
read it. Yeah, don't read the lyrics.
Don't listen to the words. Don't.
Well, that's why they didn't.
That was like
John Legend re-recorded it recently or something.
And left out like the last two verses, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
They changed up the verses in it.
So does the song need to be canceled?
Well, if you changed it,
it's a joke.
Apology?
I don't think it should be canceled. I think people have the right to listen to what they want to. If they want to listen to it, they listen to it. If not, they don't.
No, I was joking, but yeah.
Like, just turn it off.
I mean, I've lived out the song a couple times, so.
You lived out the song.
Were you the guy or the girl though in it?
The not dumb version of her.
Where you're like, Uber, gotta go.
Yeah, I think that's how I got my ass kicked out, and here I am.
You turned out just fine.
Still with them. Still with the wolf.
Still cold outside. Are you at home?
It's still cold, yeah. I got a blanket on and everything.
Damn.
All right.
But yeah, I thought it was capturing the whimsy of someone who's like, I don't know, I can't do it. Mommy, Daddy said I can't. It's bad. I'll get kicked out.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're just conniving.
Remind me of like teenage years of actually saying stuff like that.
Yeah, like where you can like actually like you have a really good excuse for like this like fake no, and there's like that pressure and like, oh, like I can't help it. I wish I could, but I can't. But like when you become an adult, there is no I wish I could, but I can't. Like it's like, and it's a little like, but that's my point on that song. But Ashley is very right in so many respects, and after she read me those awful words, I
read the riot act.
Let's be happy that it was remade without the scary parts.
Well, was it?
A little.
Yeah.
Everyone's redone that song. That's literally on every Standards album.
Yeah. But I think it was recently the push. I think everybody just re-recorded it with the original lyrics. But I think the push recently was to just change the lyrics up so that it wasn't as problematic to people. So.
Oh, interesting. So the one that John Legend did, it's shorter. So it
You
might.
remove the ones where it gets all weird and you start thinking.
Well, so she says, I simply should go. He says, text me when you get home. So it's a little different. And she goes, oh, I'm supposed to say
Becca's already like, no.
And he says, I guess that's respectable.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I've heard it. It's odd. It's
not all of it. Like, it's not believable. Like,
my heart's out.
Gossipy neighbors vicious. He says, I'm a genie. Tell me what your wish is.
Oh.
What?
Ooh. Okay, John.
Fire the fucking writer.
Then she says, but maybe just a cigarette more. And he goes, oh, that's something we should probably explore.
Oh.
I've got to go home. Oh, baby, I'm well aware. Say, lend me a coat. Oh, keep it, girl. I don't care.
Oh, he's throwing her out in this song.
You've really been grand. It feels good to touch me in the hands.
What? Say that part again.
What hands?
I feel good to touch me hands.
You also had, there was also a problem with the last lyric.
Yeah, it was a little off. They must have left the words out.
Got too excited.
Don't you see? And then he says, I want you to stay. It's not up to me. So he is giving her the option here.
Woke.
Yeah, I think he's giving her the option, but he's not even woke enough if he's gonna like dial it up. Like one, he calls her a girl.
Yeah.
A woman.
Hey girl.
A boy.
I mean, yeah, we don't know that.
And aren't we in the age where you're supposed to be shunning people who smoke cigarettes and making them feel bad and all like millennialified or whatever? I'm not saying I'm against that, but like, why is it okay that she smokes cigarettes? Like, so
I mean,
mad about that.
there you go with your phallic symbol again.
A little bit.
He wants a little. Let's explore this. Like,
yeah,
like a little fishy man. And don't text me when you get home. He's being passive aggressive.
wait. So there's bound to be talk tomorrow. He says, well, they can talk. What do they know? And she says, at least there will be plenty implied. And he says, oh, let their mind do this and, ma'am,
what?
I really can't stay.
Ma'am?
What?
Yeah.
She went from girl to ma'am. He's calling her. He's
yeah.
saying, if you don't fudge me, you're old as fuck.
Yes. You little girl with some gray hairs. It's like,
She's a very handsome woman.
Yeah, it's like cut it out of the original. Don't add all this.
It looks a little bit weird. Like even in the first paragraph.
It just sounds painful. Look at you.
I'm like reading this like, oh Lord. Okay, so the first one is I really can't stay, baby. It's cold outside. I've got to go away, but I can call you a ride.
Okay.
This evening has been, I'm so glad you dropped in. So very nice. Time spent with you is paradise. My mom will start to worry. I'll call the car and tell him to hurry. My daddy will be pacing the floor. Wait, what are you still living at home for?
So he's judging her too.
Wait.
Either
So-
way.
Wow, that's like
That's way more
economic
hateful than,
shaming.
like, I'm gonna squeeze your shoulder, touch my
So
comb.
really, I'd better scurry. Your driver, his name is Murray. Like, why does?
Yeah, that was.
What?
I do remember that, and I'm hearing that, and I was like, what?
Like, why does that matter?
Why did you do that?
He was trying to rhyme hurry and Murray, so I get what he was trying to do, but whatever. But maybe just a half a drink more. Oh, we're both adults, so who's keeping score?
Okay.
Yeah. They're really trying to push the fact that she is an adult.
But in this version, he should have been like, "But baby, you should really drink water," or like whatever it is. If he wants to be the saint, right? Like.
Oh wait, I'm getting there. If I have one more drink, ? It's your body and your choice.
Wow.
Hold on. So the top, I skipped the line. What will my friends think? I think they should rejoice. If I have one more drink, it's your body and your choice.
Why does he need to tell her that like she's a child?
I mean,
I feel like this irritates me more. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Which version would everyone rather listen to at the holidays?
Original.
Yeah.
I don't like shitty remakes.
Tatiana?
It's a little lazy.
He mentions Murray like another time though, which I think is just weird. She says at least I'm gonna say that I tried. He says, well, Murray, he just pulled up outside.
It rhymes.
I feel like he's looking at his like Uber app.
Yeah, he's like,
That's
okay,
it.
like you gotta go. Like he's.
Does he talk about what Murray's rating is? Like
5-star rating, motherfucker.
Yeah, no.
So, all in favor of the original at the holidays?
The old version, you said?
The old version at the holidays or the new version?
I just want to look into this the way that we did with any of the versions. They both upset me equally.
I get that.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
It literally says they release a new woke version.
I don't think it's woke enough to be woke. If you're gonna go all
It's
the
woke
way.
because of Murray.
Well, if they want to do like a real woke version, it's like, I really
Murray
have to
is
go.
aware
Okay,
he's
be
pulling
safe.
up to
Song
his
over.
house.
Like, have the Uber driver be Shirley. That'd be woke. Like,
No.
change it up.
Murray knows he's rolling up to this house and she's getting in and he's gonna think what they did inside. And he knows he's taking her home and then he's gonna write down her address.
And he's like,
There goes
she
her
is
Uber
now a
rating.
4.5 rating. Down a notch. Like.
Well, this was a fun deconstruction. Well, I'm sure we'll have
Yeah.
many more.
Could happen every week.
Let me
Maybe
tell you
next
what. You
week.
know what's a really good movie to deconstruct? Love Actually.
Love.
Yeah, that is kind of.
It is possibly the most problematic movie of the last like quarter century, but we won't get into that right now.
Yeah.
Because someone has homework this week. Ashley,
What happened?
you have homework this week. What are you gonna watch this week?
You got two.
I have a lot.
Yeah, girl.
Coming to America, the first one and the second one.
The second one comes out on Amazon Prime on Friday. Yes.
You're the only person on earth that's ever looked this sad here in Coming to America. Just you wait. It's gonna make you happy. It won't be like this song.
It will.
It will.
Okay.
You'll be quoting it for the rest of your life.
Okay. So should I? Is there going to be a pop quiz?
Your soul will glow. I promise you that.
We'll be able to tell if you really watched it.
Exactly.
It will buzz with joy. It will dance like a little sparrow.
Are you telling me that I should stay a little bit longer?
I think you should just have 2.5 drinks more.
2.5?
Yeah.
You didn't learn that guy's lesson, did you, Rebecca?
It's fucking freezing outside.
And on that note,
I add the effects, Shane, of like.
I will do that.
Oh
Okay.
my God, this was like a really successful first time.
Yes.
I would say so.
It's better than most people's first times, I'll tell you
There
that.
it is. There, I was waiting. I was hoping.
Hey, where's Shane? you
Rebecca
have to
set
get
it up.
some-
What? What'd you say?
What was it from?
Oh, the lightning?
No, you have to get with the sound effects, and then she decided to do
That's
it.
right.
Do one herself. Yeah.
I tried to do what men could not. I tried.
Oh.
And with that, we'll see you next week.
Maybe
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
Maybe next week.
All right, everybody watch Coming to America 2. Ashley watched both of them, and we'll know if you didn't, like they said. And thank you for tuning in. I'm Shane.
I'm Ashley.
I'm
I'm
Tatiana.
cold.
I'm cold outside.
And I think that's Darius down there with
And I'm
the mic.
Darius. I'm Darius.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.